Okay, guys. Last night before I went to bed, a lot of thoughts were going through my mind. That the best way to actually lie successfully, like effectively communicate a lie, is to hide that lie in between many truths. Like before you make that false statement, you make a lot of truthful peripherals, a lot of truthful statements, general truths, you know, around it before you now drop the major bomb, which is the lie. And many people will likely accept that lie as true, all right, because of other things that they verified that you said that were true. You understand? All right. They were just going through my mind yesterday before I went to bed. I didn't even know that this morning I was going to see it in the SU daily guide devotional, and that is in Acts 16, verse 16. It says, "And it came to pass as we went to prayer, he setting down himself possessed with the spirit of divination met us, which brought our masters much gain by soothsaying. The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, These men are the servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation." Wait, this girl is somebody that is actually possessed with an evil spirit of divination. It's not the spirit of God, an evil spirit of divination. And yet, she was making a truthful statement about Paul and Silas. She was saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God. That is true, right? That is true. She was also saying, they show unto us the way of salvation. That is true. That is a truthful statement, right? And yet in verse 18, Paul was grieved. And you know the full story, he delivered her. Why was Paul grieved as somebody that is saying something that is true? This is actually a strategy that the devil uses. This lady probably has been making a lot of prophecies before Paul and Silas came to that town or to that city. All right, she has been making a lot of teachings, a lot of prophecies, a lot of spiritual interpretation, all of that, that that were false or that are false. And now that she's saying this, making this truthful statement about Paul and Silas, many people are likely going to assume that, okay, for her to be saying this truth about Paul and Silas, that means all the prophecies she has been making since, they are likely to be true. And so many people are going to fall into that trap and begin to accept her past teachings. They are going to start accepting even her past and future teachings. They are going to start accepting those teachings because they now see they saw her say things that are true about Paul and Silas. So they are going to now stop criticizing most of her prophecies and they'll be like, okay, if you can correctly prophesy about Paul and Silas, if you can correctly say this thing that they are servants of God and they are here to show us salvation, okay, that means other areas of our teachings, of our prophecies that we are not sure of, they are likely going to be true. This is actually a strategy the devil is still using today. If the devil wants to sell a lie to people, of course, through the fake men of God and all of that, fake prophet, the fake man of God or prophet is not going to come outside and just start lying outrightly and just start um, mm, making false statement directly. All right, this guy is going to first come and have a lot of truthful statements that will first of all win the heart of members. He does not mind telling people you have to live holy, God loves you, you have to give your life to Jesus. This guy does not mind making those general truthful statements. If that is what it's going to take to correctly protect the major lie that he or she has strategically positioned in the middle of the teaching or later in the service and all of that. So the point of this whole thing is that there are many persons that are in the cage of false prophecies today. They accepted these prophecies because this man of God to them has said things in the past that were true. All right, this man of God has interpreted some Bible passages in the past correctly. This man of God has made a lot of truthful statements maybe during the sermons, and a lot of things that people can relate to. People can easily, oh yeah, yeah, this man is saying the right thing. Yeah, he's saying the right thing. And so the man makes a lot of these truthful statements, and then when he drops the bomb, the major thing, the lie that is at the vital point of everything, then nobody will suspect that there is a lie there. The lie could be placed during prophecy, put that maybe make a false prophecies, and then people will accept these prophecies because of the previous truthful things that the person said and all of that. I just feel that we should be very careful. We're in the end times. This is not a time for us to make any assumptions. If there is any biblical teachings, there's anything that somebody says, it doesn't matter the office of the person, it doesn't matter the spiritual rank that we have crowned the person with. We should be careful to look at every single part, to criticize things, to be careful to filter things, to be careful to use the Bible to balance things, to look at what the person is saying, if it is there, before we accept them.